Right here is one of my favorite Thug albums, Non-Skip. This is the first time I ever really wanted to paint something. You feel me? I really love putting paint on canvas. Such a satisfying process. This Metro piece. My favorite thing about this piece specifically, the texture of the coat. The coat, I really enjoy putting on that dark layer first. Peep this butterfly. If you flip it upside down, that's my signature right there. Another one, right in the hair. Cool ways to put my stamp on the work without overly doing it.
Hi, my name is Edam. So I'm Edam Creates. A lot of my work is mostly just spiritual, inspired by life experiences. All of it's very intentional, so every brush stroke. I would say this one's my favorite right now. It's called After the Storm, and it's inspired by the hurt that you go through in life and making it into something beautiful, hence the bright, beautiful background. So yeah, I would say a lot of my work is inspired just by life and emotions, how I'm feeling at the moment. I like a lot of eyes and hands, bodies, as you can see, but yeah, that's pretty much my work. I would say it's visionary surrealism.
How long does it take you to work on it?
So usually a month for a piece. Depends honestly, because sometimes I'll pause because I don't really know what direction to go in. But this one probably took me closer to 2 months. This one, same thing. This was from 2020. I feel that probably took me a little longer than 2 months, just because of how many details are in each planet and the galaxy and stuff. This one too, just because it's large and I like to do a lot of layers because I work with acrylic, so it makes the colors pop. But it definitely takes longer of a process, but it's worth it in the end for me.
So I'm Nye Turner. I'm the creator of Sideline Images. This right here is my Black History Month collection from 2022. And what I did is I painted a painting for each day of the month live on Instagram. And this is basically concepts that I wish I could see. I wish I could see them on tour together. I wish I could see them on tour together. And outside of that, just shows and movies that really influenced me growing up.
So which one of these was the hardest to finish?
Hardest to finish? Probably just Badu one right here because of all the color in her hair, yeah.
What do you use to paint? And or is this paint? What do you use?
Yeah, this is paint. I use acrylics. I use palette knives. I use brushes. And sometimes I use spray paint. That's spray paint, a little bit in there. Some drips of spray paint. So mostly acrylic paint though.
My name is Kevin. Artist name is Black Hoodie Art. So I do a lot of anime, comics, cartoons, Star Wars, anything pop culture. Because most of the shows that I do are Comic Cons or anime conventions. So I got a little bit of everything. But yeah, everything is all hand painted, all original.
My name is Chris, the Bearded Artist. I'm a painter and illustrator in the DC area. As you can see, I primarily paint in acrylic, charcoal, and graphite pencil. That's my mediums. I do anything from portraits to landscape paintings, a little bit of everything, to be honest. Yeah.
You can talk about this painting here.
Say again?
Can you talk about this painting?
Yeah. So this painting here is the Cheech and Chong, one of my favorites. It's from the Up in Smoke movie. It's an iconic piece. It's done in acrylic paint. It's got vibrant colors, and it's one of the best scenes of the movie. Yeah, so everybody talks about this piece when they come by.
So my name is Rabia, and I have been painting for a lot of my life, as a lot of artists will often say that they do. But I've really started showing my art into the world in 2023. So it's 2024 right now, so it's been about a year and a half since that's been going on. And so some of the artwork, I'll kind of walk you through what's going on here. Towards the bottom, there's some artwork here that I have sort of started with, especially in 2023. This is actually a piece that I did in high school, so that was really special to put up there. But as I started evolving as an artist, I really wanted to go a route that would let me explore my my family's background. And so my mom is from Trinidad and my dad is from Pakistan, and I grew up here. And so a lot of these pieces, which all of them are done on wood, by the way, they are really taking into account a lot of those cultural elements from my parents' backgrounds, but at some point things started to change, especially with these two pieces over here. Things became a little bit less traditional. I mean, this is not entirely a traditional outfit, for example, and like she's wearing a pantsuit under this. So at some point, you know, they started to take a turn, and I was really thinking about why that happened and what was really true to me. So I did grow up here. I grew up in New York City, and then I thought to myself, well, if I really wanted to explore this side of myself, then what better way to do that than to go through how I grew up and paint those experiences themselves. So that's kind of how we got to this big painting of the Wall Street Bull, and that's me and my dad, and I'm about 3 years old maybe here. But this is a really special piece because I actually started this on Father's Day and I finished around his birthday. I didn't plan that, it just ended up being that way. But that's kind of like the evolution of how this kind of came to be. This piece here took about 2 months to complete. It was a really interesting piece to do. I definitely think I learned a lot as an artist, and a lot about myself and a lot about the city in which I grew up in, city in which I was born in, and a lot of the themes that were around me that really ended up shaping me as a person. And so that's the story of how this wall in and of itself came to be.
My name is Alexis Jones. I go by Alexis Vacation. I went to school for animation, but on the side I usually do a little bit of like mixed media. So I do a lot of like spray paint art with stencil cutouts and stuff like that. Started out working on canvases and then worked my way towards, working on, glass frames and whatnot. And then I also work on like original art too, with my characters that I've been working on over the past couple of years and stuff like that. So, just trying to keep myself busy. People like my art. It's very inspirational. It keeps me going. It builds my morale, basically. So that's what I'm all about.
My name's Tamar. This is a bit of a unique story because all this work was done by my grandmother, and I'm trying to get it out to the world. She has hundreds and hundreds of paintings. That's part of her artistic legacy, and I'm trying to get it to people who will love it. So here it is. She painted it in the 70s and 80s and 90s, and she loved to paint large, curvy, voluptuous, fat women, and that's just her bread and butter. And so my goal has been to get it out to all the people who will love it. And she's been really, really excited to see the reception it's had and to see that people are interested in her work after all these years, and it's been really nice to give that back to her.
My name's Tristan. I go by Tap Into Tristan. So I have a ton of paintings here. I just want people to feel their inner child come out, whether it's with Harry Potter, Pokemon, or their nostalgic favorite cartoon characters. Like I have Jessica Rabbit, I have Courage the Cowardly Dog, like literally anything that you liked as a kid, I love to paint. It's real fun. I also do a lot of special makeup effects, so check me out.
Which one of these was your favorite to paint?
My favorite to paint, that's a hard one. I enjoyed painting the original of The Mandalorian a lot. The original was about this size. It was quite large, and I actually sold it last Pancakes and Booze Show, so it's a fun show. I enjoy it a lot.